And good day to all students of SE program, okay, and who have enrolled for our TME 4093, okay, on advanced topic in software engineering. So this is our last topic for this semester, which is on DevOps. So the topic will cover this lecture will cover a few topics, okay, which is the software development life cycle, SDLC. DevOps comes to rescue. DevOps advantages and as well as disadvantages. DevOps life cycles. Okay, DevOps ecosystem and practices. Market trends of DevOps. And lastly, we cover the DevOps roles, responsibilities, and as well as the skills. So for the first topic on SDLC, as we know, SDLC, also known as a software development process, is the stages that involve where you develop software from inception. Okay, we'll gather all the information to deployment and as well as the maintenance. Then it followed by the IT organization, okay, to build the software, okay, whereby to ensure that the final product meets the required standards and as well as to function for the product to function correctly. And with this, okay, there's a framework that details the various tasks performed, okay, of the software development process, ensure that nothing is overlooked and all necessary activities are completed. Okay, so these will ensure that you have a software, a high quality software, okay, where you produce and meet the customer expectation and deliver it on time and as well as within the budget. Okay. Lastly, of course, okay, you require to satisfy the customer expectation, okay, whereby the final product will, of course, will satisfy customers' needs, expectation, and provide them with a reliable and as well as the effective solutions. Then, this is a common SDLC phrases, okay, where it started with a very distinct stage in the process of developing a software. Okay, start with initiations or inceptions, okay, planning, requirement analysis, design, okay, then we have development, testing, implementation, and lastly, of course, the maintenance. Okay. And there's a common or well-known waterfall model. Before we go in deep, why it relates with XDLC, why, how comes this is how the first DevOps has been introduced to improve the software development cycle. Okay, first process of model introduced in SDLC is waterfall model. Okay, and it's of course it's followed linear sequential flows divided into various phases. So the output of one phase acts as the input of the next phase. Okay, for example, the requirement document created in requirement phase become the basic, the design phase. Okay, and of course, waterfall cannot be turned back. Okay, once the flown over the cliff edge, for example. Okay, whenever once this has been completed in the waterfall model, you cannot go back to a previous phase. So this will make it difficult to accommodate changes and as well as the revision. So if during the implementation phase, the client decided that they want an additional feature, so it would be difficult to incorporate this change. So you have to go back to the requirement phase, okay, which actually disrupt the linear flow and can be costly and as well as time consuming. Okay? And there's a disadvantage, okay, of this waterfall model. Okay? So we know that working software is produced almost at the end. Okay, so like for example, when you want to develop e-commerce platform. So the software will only be ready for use after all the requirement, design, development, and testing phases are completed. So this means that the stakeholder cannot interact with the functional product until late in the project timeline. Okay, then you have lots of uncertain causes, high amount of risk. Okay, when you have the development, when you develop the system, e-commerce platform, and there's a critical security requirement, okay, which you have discovered after the design phase. And integrating this new requirement may require you to, have a significant or rework on the initial design and as well as the code. So it's a very high in terms of the risk on uncertainty. So this might be the critical issue of security. Okay? If you don't look into the non-functional requirements on security, and not a good model for complex and long ongoing project. So as we know that waterfall model is a linear approach. So it's not well suited for a complex project with many like interdependency or those that expected to evolve over time. So it is difficult to manage changes, okay, like iterative improvement, okay, within like a specific framework that you use, okay, for a large scale multi-software system. This waterfall model may struggle to accommodate like a new technology, like for example, you want to add in an API of AI, contohnya. Okay, it can be a bit struggling, okay, a bit risk. Another part is, aside from these new technologies, okay, regulatory of changes or evolving user needs that arise during this project lifecycle. So this is not recommended model for moderate to high risk of changing requirement kind of project. Okay, like for example, in developing a mobile application for rapidly changing market, as you know, mobile apps of course require you to keep on, improve, okay, do upgrade versions and etc. Okay, so user preferences and competitor feature can change frequently. So this waterfall model would be inflexible, okay, in responding to these changes, okay, which leads to product that may not meet the current market needs. And lastly, difficult on or cannot be accommodate the changing on the requirement, whereby if new features has been requested, okay, for the system, okay, after the design phase is completed, so it would be require some revisiting and would be potential that you require you to overhaul, okay, restart the initial design and do the development work, okay, which causes the delay. And if it's delay, then cost increase the cost. And next, okay, as the waterfall model has been introduced, there's a bit of downside of it. So that's why agile methodology came to the rescue. Yes, this is actually an interactive project management and software development approach. It actually helps the development team to release features to their customer in fast pace. So this development cycle, okay, where you start with a plan, okay, where you focus on defining the scope and objective, okay, and then design, we create the design specification for the feature to be developed, okay, and for the developed phase, you write the code and build the features, okay, and test, okay, there's a test you develop, okay, to ensure that they meet the required standards, okay, which is depending on the phases previously you have assigned, okay, and released. Okay, you deploy the feature to the production environment. Lastly, is feedback. Okay, so we gather feedback from the user to inform what is actually the next iteration. So there's a few benefits of this agile. So agile team produce software in small and incremental amount, which instead of a really single large release, let's allow for more frequent updates and improvement. And for collaborations, Agile promotes constant and better collaboration with this stakeholder, ensure the continuous involvement as well as input. And Agile also offers flexibility and adaptability to change, whereby each team within the member will get respond quickly, which evolving the requirement as well as the customer needs. And Agile also ensure high level of customer input and satisfaction by involving customers throughout the development process, and as well as their feedback. So these topics actually have been covered in your previous courses, since first year. And of course, you need to know, it's required you to know all the methodology, the evolution of methodology. And then it comes to DevOps. So we have some disadvantage of Agile, as we know. And DevOps has come to rescue and add up to this software lifecycle phases, whereby you can see that it integrate the integration of this development and operation team along with these key practices, and as well as the benefit. This significance of the fundamental of principle of DevOps, which is developer plus the operation. It's combining the roles and responsibilities of this development, or DEV, DEV, and the IT operation, which is the ops, team. So the goal, the objective is to improve the collaboration as well as the communication, between this traditional separate team. And you can see that it's involved the software development and IT operation process and combination of two words, which is development and operations, and one team to handle the complete applications lifecycle from development to testing and development and operations. And also it's encourage some automating the deployment, configuration, monitoring, and management of the application. And it also improve organizations' capability to deliver the software application and as well as the services. So these actually integrate, as we know, it's integrate the development and operation team, fostering some collaboration and leveraging on the automation. So DevOps, in other words, leads to faster releases, higher quality product, and a greater, this is most important, the greater customer satisfaction. It's actually transform the way of software is being developed and maintained, making it more agile. So DevOps is a part of agile, and it makes software become the software production or development and the team become efficient and responsive to change by the client. And here's the term that taken from the Wikipedia. And a software development method that emphasizes the communications, collaboration, integration, automation, and measurement of cooperation between the software developers and other IT professionals. So this term actually describe what is DevOps, software development methodology that focus on improving collaboration, and communication and integration between the software developers and IT operation professionals. So this actually approach in aiming to streamline the entire software development cycle from, let's say, the coding to deployment and maintenance, by actually they're fostering a culture of continuous improvement and as well as the automation. Okay, and there's like for example, we can say that when you want to develop an e-commerce platform, okay, where the communication, okay, from the initial planning stages, so development and operation team will hold a joint meeting, and to discuss this requirement and potential challenges and as well as timelines. And then on the collaboration part, okay, whereby the developers and operation engineers will work together, okay, and to set up a infrastructure. Like for example, you want to use some cloud platform like AWS or Azure that can handle the high traffic during the peak shopping season, for example, okay, if you are doing an e-commerce platform, web application. And in terms of integration, okay, like as a developer, okay, in a team, to write a code, okay, and use the tool to automatically run the test to ensure that new features, okay, do not break existing functionality. Okay, any issue detected are immediately communicated to developers for a quick resolution. Okay, and automations, okay, once the code passes all the tests, it is automatically deployed to a staging environments for further testing. So there, hereby the automated script ensure that the deployment process is consistent and repeatable. And in terms of measurement, you can say that this is during the phase of post-deployment. Okay, after you made the deployment of the product, okay, or the system, the operation team, okay, the ops team will continuously monitor the platform performance. So they will track this metric like the response time, the error rates, the server load, okay, using this data to optimize the application, okay, and the infrastructure. So these will cover the DevOps practices, okay, which enable, okay, your system to be developed, to be tested, okay, to be deployed in more efficiently to ensure that this high quality and reliability. Okay, so this collaboration actually and continuous feedback, okay, feedback loop, okay, between developers and operation professionals will lead to more, we say, resilience. Okay, then ultimate, of course, it will enhance the customer experience. Okay, before we go in deep to the DevOps, okay, required to know what is actually this DevOps, the history. When was it been established? When is the name of DevOps been pinned? Okay, we can see that the history started in 1957. Okay, the first developer job with incubation of a computer program code, though it's not yet been fully established yet, but there exist, okay, at least during the release time, 50s, late 50s. And then in 1967, we launched ARPANET. As you know, we have Turing, Fortran, ARPANET in 67 and 69. And the first site, Ben Taylor, trainer for the Google, Flickr, and social site of DevOps, New Way, okay, and clouds. Then we have IoT and AI, of course, until now. Okay, so in 2003, we have like the very first site reliability engineers. You can say that it's a production environment and development environment run separately from here. So we have the development team and the production, okay, team are running separately. And 2009, so as a solution to a finger pointing problem between the development and the operation team. So that's why it has been tight, okay, the note. And then goes to the DevOps originates on the social media, okay, whereby we have like Patrick DeBois creates the DevOps hashtag on the Twitter to advertise the conference on Agile System Administration. So this is actually an expansion of Agile. Okay? So in 2019 and 2017, okay? So AI leaves where DevOps involved with the mantra to automate automate. And this is where the AI lifestyle have been started. Okay? And a few more histories of DevOps. Okay, in 2018, okay, though not stated here, we have the Kubernetes. Okay, become the standard, okay, and then we have the GitHub actions has been introduced, and of course the Kubernetes is actually developed by Google. Okay, it's become the standard of, we call it a container orchestration, which actually been adopted across the industry. Like usually the software industry have been used is a containerized application, we call it. Okay? And in 2019, DevOps Institute have been introduced. Okay? They offered few certification program. Okay, and then we have like we started with 2009 to 2020 with the remote work, okay, acceleration due to the COVID-19, whereby global pandemic accelerate the adoption of DevOps practices. Okay, since that everybody's, even the software developers are work from home. So that's why they have adopted the DevOps practices and cloud technologies as a organization shift to post remote work, emphasizing on the need for automation in terms of scalability, and of course, the most important is the collaboration tool, like e-collaboration tool, cloud collaboration tool. Okay, that's why we call infrastructure as code growth. We have like AWS. What else? A few more clouds formation have been introduced now. And even in 2021, we have the GitOps, okay, have gained popularity. So this GitOps operations as a practice that uses Git. Git, even GitHub have been well known during this time. And skip to now, okay, 2024. You could have like this continuous evolution of this DevOps tools. Okay, maybe later at the end of the slide show you what are the example of DevOps tools. Okay, and in terms of how this DevOps can be sustained. Okay, and of course suitable practices to be integrated into this DevOps workflow lah. Okay, reflecting the much more broader industries. Okay, and trend toward more greener IT practice aside from the AI lah, the evolution of AI lifestyle. Okay. Then we have this image cam, okay, to separate into dev and ops lah. So what is the roles and responsibility of development, okay, and the operations within this DevOps framework. So it is actually emphasized on how both of this team work together, okay, to ensure the performance, okay, reliability, okay, and as well as quality of the application, okay, moderate to application. An application for performance, okay, it's the objective is to ensure that the application run efficiently and respond quickly to the user interaction. So it's where we have like decrease of latency by using the APM, okay, APM tool, okay, which is the application performance management tools. And for end user analytics, okay, whereby we will monitor the end user latency as well as check the device performance. So these objectives actually to understand how the application performs from the user's perspective to improve the user performance lah, okay, the user experience, okay, user experience and quality of code. Okay, this actually ensure that deployment don't degrade. Okay, the deployment don't degrade the the performance. So it will, of course, maintain the high standard of the code, okay, quality code to prevent issue in the production environment. The next is the code level errors in this development team, okay, whereby you have the lower MTTR. This is the lower mean time to repair, okay, by finding the error root causes. So this is what you learn in SE Lab, right? So you have to find what defects have been encountered. So this is quickly identify and resolve coding errors, okay, and to minimize the downtime, okay, and as well as the disruptions, okay. And then we have on the operations team side, okay, application availability. Okay, we say that to make sure that uptime and service level agreements, okay, are in order. So to ensure that this application is always available and always meet on performance standard. And for application performance, okay, you can solve a problem by correlating infrastructure and application metrics. So this is actually to address this performance issues by analyzing both the application and its underlying infrastructure. So for the end user complaints, okay, fix the problem before the end user complaint. Yes, you don't want to receive a complaint after the system has been deployed. So this is to identify and resolve issue to improve user satisfaction, okay, and prevent from this complaint. And lastly is the performance analytic. Okay, you actually to utilize data to quickly identify, okay, any like deviation from the norm and troubleshoots, okay, effectively. Yeah, so these are actually represent integration of development and operation team in DevOps environment by both of them working together, okay, can ensure that the application is not only developed with a high quality but also deployed and as well as maintained to meet, okay, performance and of course the available standard. Okay, therefore working together at least to improve technological and process integration between the development and the operation. So we can see from here, this is the core concept of DevOps, but it's actually highlighted on development, the quality assurance, the QA, and as well as the technology operation. So this actually the goal is to improve technological process integration between these traditional separate team, okay, which is the development team and operation team. So that's why it's DevOps. Yeah. Then we have development life cycle. Okay, so these by adopting DevOps practices, it actually improve deployment frequency, okay, and accelerate the development lifecycle organization and achieve a faster time to the market, okay, and enhance the reliability of the releases, quickly address and fix issues and reduce the downtime. So this actually this improvement actually leads to a better software quality and increase the customer satisfaction and of course greater overall efficiency, okay, which is we can say that this leads to faster mean time to recovery. Next on the DevOps term of automation. So what is automation? So in automation, okay, DevOps focuses on maximizing the predictability, okay, the efficiency, security, and the maintainability of the in terms of automation. Okay? So it's maintain by investing the automation and critical tools selection. So it standardized the development environment by using an effective release management practices, okay, with further support on this objective. Okay. And our goal is to create a streamlined, reliable, and secure process of developing this software. Okay, developing, not just developing, you can deploy and maintain this software. So the strategy, of course, involve in investing in automation and critical tool selection, standardized development environment, use the release management, and more flexibility in terms of managing and driving this automation, everything in automating lah. Okay. And on the application-centric network. Okay, so the success of this application is heavily dependent on the user experience. Okay, so by measuring the key metrics like application responsiveness and of course the uptime, and by implementing appropriate instrumentation, you can ensure that the application meet the user expectation and perform reliably. So this approach, okay, of application-centric networking help in maintaining high standard of the performance, okay, and it leads to a high user satisfaction success. So it's actually measure of application success in end user experience, okay, and user will find application responsive and reliable, okay, and it is considered as a successful. So in terms of measuring metric, again, okay, application responsive, like for example, fast response time are really crucial for user satisfaction. Delay ataupun lag can lead to frustration and reducing usage lah. And in terms of application uptime, kita ada like for example, high uptime ensure that user can access the application whenever they need in time. In case of downtime, can lead to loss of productivity, revenue, and as well as trust from the customer lah. And other matrices, okay, that I can think about include error rates, transaction times, user satisfaction scores, and more lah. So these actually metrics provide comprehensive view of the application performance and as well as the user experience lah. Okay. Then we move to advantage of this DevOps. Okay, there's lots that you can think of. Okay, they help to become the more agile and able to deliver application faster. It's a better approach for a quick application development and deployment. Response faster to market changes to improve business growth and increases business profit by reducing the software delivery time and transportations cost. And DevOps clears the descriptive process, which gives clarity on product development and as well as delivery, and improve customer experience and satisfaction. DevOps simplifies collaboration and places all the tools. So DevOps relates with tools like collaboration tools in the cloud for customer to access, and DevOps means collective responsibility. Okay, better team. So this is in terms of team engagement and as well as the productivity. Okay, so these are the advantages of DevOps. Okay, but then we look at some of the disadvantages of DevOps. Okay, we know that DevOps offers significant benefits. Okay, so adoption is not without challenges. So in terms of the skilled professional, high implementation costs, difficult in quickly adopting a new technologies, definitely. Okay, when it comes to a new AI technologies trends and potential knowledge gap can pose significant obstacles. So organization need to be aware of these disadvantages, okay, accordingly to mitigate them. Okay, so Yeah, these are the few disadvantages. Okay, therefore professionals or expert developers are less available because quite new, okay, and requires some really experienced and certified DevOps personnel. Okay, and developing with DevOps is a bit expensive, definitely, and it's hard to manage adoption of a new DevOps technology in short time. So we have like giant clouds or companies have introduced software. Okay, their software and requires some time to configure them to understand how it works. Okay, lack of DevOps knowledge can lead to problem in continuous integration and uh, as well as the automation. And then we have the DevOps pipeline is called a series of tools and automated processes that facilitate and close collaboration among engineering team during this software development. So it is actually a primary goal is to automate the workflow continuously. It covers aspect like we have the CI, okay, which is continuous delivery, CI, yeah, and continuous deployment or delivery, CD, and continuous feedback and continuous operation. Okay, so this call it DevOps pipeline typically comprises of several phases. So each designed to minimize manual intervention. Okay, you have like just now continuous integration, continuous delivery or deployment, and continuous feedback again, and continuous operation. So these phases can vary depending on project, but generally it's aimed to streamline and automate as many steps as possible. So by reducing a manual operation, okay, this pipeline enhance, okay, efficiency and as well as reliability in software development. But however, so this despite the high level of automation, some project, okay, may require manual gates though, okay, manual like checkpoints where human intervention still required, okay, necessary before progressing to the next level. Okay, so this actually this checkpoint ataupun gates ni ensure that critical review or approval are conducted. Usually require some review evaluation, need the human intervention, okay, in terms of maintaining quality control and as well as the compliance. So overall, so this pipeline is very important for fostering the automation and continuous improvement in software life cycle, okay, helping team deliver high quality software and more efficiently and effectively. Okay. So this life cycle of DevOps covers actually encapsulate the collaboration effort from the people. You think of the people, development team, and the operation team, and then the iterative and automated process they follow, and the high quality product that they deliver. Okay, and this approach ensure that software development and deployment are efficient, reliable, and cost continuous improving, okay, leading to a better alignment with the business goal. Okay, and to expand more on this life cycle of DevOps, okay, there are 7, okay, phases. We have the continuous development. Okay, so in this DevOps lifecycle, it actually emphasizes on the continuous improvement and automation across all the phases, okay, of software development operation. Okay, you can think of by integrating the continuous development. Okay, then there's integration, then testing, monitoring, okay, the feedbacks, deployment, and as well as operation. So these DevOps aim for quality software. Okay, and of course, it's actually aligned with the business goal and the user needs. So the first process, which is the continuous development, is a fundamental phases in DevOps lifecycle. So it's focused on translating a project plan into a functional code. So it starts with a clear goal Okay. Goal setting and as well as planning, followed by the code deployment using IDE, okay, or a source code editor. So this source code management tool play a very important role in organizing and tracking these code changes and facilitating collaboration among developers by integrating these practices. Continuous development ensure that a structure, efficient, and collaborative approach to the software development and setting the foundation for the next phases in this DevOps pipeline. So this structure approach is actually helping to maintain code quality and project alignment, very important for a successful software delivery. Like for example, when you have a source code management tool, you can say that we have a tool for Git, Mercurial or SVN, which help developer to manage code version, and then as well as collaborate with team members and track the changes. Okay, so aside from that, this SEM tool is systematically organized. Okay, changes are recorded. Okay, most importantly is collaboration is actually streamlined. Like for integrated IDE, what we can think about is this, whereby developers utilize these IDEs on source code editor, how do you write code, okay, the tools such as Visual Studio, apalagi Eclipse ke, untuk Java, a few more, and provides a comprehensive tool okay, untuk coding, apalagi debugging, untuk testing, okay, jadi enhance lah productivity, okay, like VS Code ataupun sideline text, okay, very lightweight lah. Okay. And next, okay, goes to continuous testing. So this phase in DevOps, okay, second phase in DevOps lifecycle aim to ensure that software quality through ongoing and automated testing practices. So the use of tool like we have here like test NG, JUnit, and Selenium, and JMeter here with jargon dalam guna. Okay, perhaps JUnit is a bit well known. Okay. These two enables testing application functionally and as well as in terms of the performance lah. Okay. By automating this testing process, the continuous testing reduce time and effort needed for manual testing. Kita nak omit the manual testing, but introduces ataupun practice the automation, the continuous testing, okay, in early detection of defects, okay, and maintains the integrity of the software throughout the development life cycle. So this approach actually ensure that the application meets the required standard, okay, the most important required standard, and is ready for deployment, okay, to the production environment. Okay. So there are many tools that can be automate. Okay, like you have like the automated tasks can be run repeatedly, just a little with a little human intervention. Okay, this actually increase efficiency and allow the testing team to focus on more complex ataupun more in exploring the other testing activities lah. Okay. Then we move to the continuous integration. The continuous testing. Okay, so this continuous integration, okay, practice that emphasize on a frequent code commit. Frequent code commit and as well as the automated testing, okay, and early problem detection. So by automating this integration process, okay, the continuous integration helps maintain the code quality and as well as stability. So tool like Jenkins, for example, plays a very important role in this space. It's enable seamless permission from code commit to deploy. Okay? Same like GitHub, okay? And Docker. Okay? And these two actually will fetch update code from the repository. Okay? It compile it, run the test, package it, and deploys it to the relevant environment. So this approach minimizes the integration issue and enhance collaboration, and as well as it will accelerate the development cycle, so ensure that the software can be delivered quickly and reliably. Okay, so we have like example given, okay, as a Jenkins ataupun Git. Changes can be changes can be in Git repository ataupun Jenkins fetch the update code prepare to build them. Okay. So these two tools, okay, like GitHub and Jenkins, are popular. Then CD, move to CD, which is continuous deployment. Okay. It's a very critical phase in DevOps lifecycle that focus on delivering its deliver code changes to the production environment and other stages. Okay. In production deployments, the software often include a manual phase for review and approval to ensure that the highest quality and reliability lah. Okay. And of course, in this phase, the artifact, the compiled, tested, bundled code is deployed on the production server. Okay. So in this phase, particularly for production deployment, a manual gate is preferred. But however, okay, in non-production environment, deployment are fully automated, okay, which is actually allow continuous updates. So this approach actually balance the need of a speed automation with the cautions of required production stability and ensure that new features and as well as fixes can be delivered quickly while maintaining a high standard of quality dengan reliability lah. Okay, so this will allow for the rapid and frequent deployment of code changes, okay, and allow the team to test and validate update in environment that it's mimic the production setup without the same level of risk. Okay, so these are the continuous deployment. Next, we move to continuous monitoring. So in this continuous monitoring phase, it focuses on maintaining the health and performance. I call monitor the health and performance of the application. So by continuously tracking, okay, and analyzing the log, okay, the metrics, and even the events, it can detect and address issues in real time. Okay, so this operation ops team plays a key role in setting up this monitoring tool and provide an access to the developers. This will foster a collaboration that ensure that both of the operation team and development team have the necessary information to keep that application running smoothly, okay? Back end and front end. Okay? So this ongoing monitoring process will help to identify and as well as resolve any issue, okay, promptly, okay, in real time, and leading to more reliable and efficient application. Okay, and this is the continuous monitoring. Then we have the continuous feedback. Okay? For this continuous feedback is a phase where we integrate the insight, okay, feedback from end user. Okay? Feedback from two types of feedback: end user feedback and the applications monitoring feedback. For end user feedback offers direct insight into the user satisfaction and application usability, okay, helping teams make a user-centric improvement. Okay. For application monitoring feedback, okay, it's mainly provide a real-time data, okay, on performance and issues, allowing that for quick detection and as well as resolution of problem. So together, okay, these two types of feedback, okay, end user and application monitoring feedback, ensure a comprehensive understanding of application health and performance, okay, guiding continuous improvement, the CI, and optimization effort. So this two effort approach help maintain high standard of quality. Okay, it enhances the user experience and ensure the application meet both the technical and user expectation. Okay. Okay, then we have the DevOps process. This process actually highlight on the interaction, okay, and the continuous nature of this modern software development. So by integrating, okay, the planning, okay, the development, okay, the testing, the releasing and monitoring into a very cohesive cycle. So DevOps practice to ensure that software is developed efficiently and deploy reliably and continuously improve based on the real world feedback. So this actually foster the collaboration between development and as well as the operation team. Okay? So in terms of the planning, involve you define the project goal, requirement, and the strategies. So during this stage, the team outline what need to be developed, set the timeline, you allocate the resources. Okay, so effective planning ensure that all the team members are aligned and have a clear understanding of the project objectives. Okay, then move on to development team, development and test. So this is the actual coding of the application is take place, okay, during this phase. Okay, develop plus test. The developer will write code based on plan and specification created during the planning phase. So this phase actually comes with a rigorous testing, which is to identify and fix bugs and ensure that the code meets the required quality standard is the most important. And of course, the automated testing tool are often being used to streamline the process and enable the continuous integration. Then move to release, okay, involve deploying the application to the production environment. So this is to ensure that the test and validated code is made available to the end user. So in this DevOps, okay, release are often automated to ensure that the consistency and reduce the risk of the human error. Okay, so this CD, okay, continuous deployment, okay, actually on the release is allow the in terms of the practices will allow for the frequent and reliable releases. Okay, provide user with the latest features and improve and as well as the improvement. Okay, lastly is the monitor and learn. Okay, so once this application is in the production, so there's some continuous monitoring is very important to track performance and as well as user experience. This monitoring tool, okay, will collect data on various matrices such as the application uptime, as we mentioned earlier on, the response time, the error rates. Okay, so this data is analyzed to identify areas for the improvement, okay, and to ensure that application meets the user expectation. Okay, and most importantly, okay, you monitor feedback into planning phase, okay, and creating a cycle of continuous improvement. Okay, so this is the DevOps plus the process. And in the planning, so of course it starts with an idea. So it starts with an idea and involves detailed planning. So this is a flow that has plan, develop, so much more detailed explanation on the process just now. So you can say that it starts with an idea and involved a detailed planning. Okay, detailed planning, managing work, okay, tracking process to ensure that the project starts smoothly, okay, and stays on track. Okay, by thoroughly say the planning and preparing teams can transition into a development plus the test phase with a clear roadmap, reducing risk, increase the likelihood of project success. Okay, so this actually structured approach will help to align the team efforts with the project punya objective to ensure that development process is efficient and effective. Okay, so this is the flow for planning. Okay, then we move to the develop and test. So for develop and test, okay, focus on coding, testing, and preparing the application for deployment. So this is much more, this is same with the process given to you at the early slide now, but much more infographic lah. Okay, tunjuk secara infographic kat sini. So dalam develop plus test ni, focus on coding tadi, ada coding, dia ada testing, and prepare application for deployment lah, the version control, build, and verification. So starting with the writing code, developer will perform unit testing. Kena tahulah unit testing, okay, to validate individual punya component. Then the code is then committed to a version control, okay, and ensure that proper tracking and collaboration. So this build process pula compiles the code into a function application, okay, which is then verified for stability dengan readiness lah, okay, stable tak ataupun ready ke tak, okay. So once it's been verified, it's released to the next stage lah to ensure a smooth transition from deployment tadi to development, from development to deployment. Okay. Okay, next is the release. Okay, so when all tests pass, so the build is deployed to testing environment for each stage in the release punya process. Okay, you see here, we have the automated functional testing environment, integration testing environment. There's a cloud that been used, okay, or utilized, cloud load testing, pre-production environment, staging environment, okay, and ready for monitor and learning. So under this release phase, okay, involve multiple stages of testing, okay, and as well as the validation to ensure that the build is robust and ready for the production. So starting in the ultimate functionality testing environment testing, okay, so the build progresses to the integration testing and then ke pre-production environment ataupun load testing ni tadi, okay, and the final stages iaitu staging environment. So each stages is actually designed to identify and as well as to resolve issue. Okay, this to ensure that application perform well under various conditions. Okay, continuous monitoring after released will help to maintain application punya health lah, untuk bagian monitor dengan ready for monitoring and learn tadi. Okay, and provide available feedback for future improvement and completing the cycle of continuous development ni. Okay, and as well as the deployment. So this actually to ensure lah, okay, software tu reliable, scalable lah, and as well as the most important is user expectation before they reach kepada production punya environment. Okay. So then we move to monitor dengan learn. Okay. So learn and understand how users use application, your application, how it react and quickly fix issues and debug. Okay, so this is actually one of the important stage in DevOps process. Okay, to maintain, okay, to improve the application after it has been deployed. So the importance of continuous monitoring will provide a real data, most better data on performance and as well as the user interaction. Pentingnya performance, quality of the software and feedback from the user punya experience lah. Okay. So this feedback from user will help to identify areas of improvement. Okay. So by analyzing information, okay, of both ni from the user punya perspective dengan performance of the system, it actually allow the team to plan for the next iteration of the next cycle. It's prioritize on fixing and enhancement to ensure that application will meet user needs and perform reliably lah. And this phase closes the loop. Okay, closes the loop in DevOps cycle, ensure that each interaction built on lesson learned from the previous one. Okay, from previous one leading to a continuous of improvement for a higher quality software. Okay, learn and understand how user use application and fixing some issues and as well as bugs tadi. So of course, in terms of bahagian planning and next iteration ni, definitely require meeting, updating project roadmap, contoh dia creating tasks for development team and setting goal for the next iteration. Okay, so ni actually to ensure that continuous improvement cycle, okay, were met and application which involve based on the real data of the user punya feedback juga. Okay, and another part is overall lah. Okay, pipeline tadi. Okay, DevOps ada continuous integration, okay, dia ada continuous delivery, continuous deployment, okay, untuk automate the software development and deployment punya process. Okay, this continuous integration, okay, actually ensure that code changes are quickly tested and as well as integrated. And continuous delivery involve additional acceptance tests, manual approval before production deployment. Okay, and continuous deployment automates the entire process, which include deployment to the process, including the deployment to productions. Okay, once all of the tests are passed lah. Okay, so this actually approach enhance in terms of software enhancement and speed of the delivery in high quality software. Okay. So these are the tools ataupun kita kata DevOps ecosystem. Okay, so it actually highlights on the continuous nature of development. Okay, starting from the planning, okay, continuous feedback, okay, operation, deploy, integration, continuous integration, okay, and build. So mainly it is also shows the tools that involve on each of the phases. Okay. They are facilitate each stages, okay, ensuring reliable collaborative process. Okay, most particularly there's a continuous loop kat sini. Okay, in terms of interactive process of DevOps, it's aimed to constant improvement and as well as call it adaptation lah. Okay, based on the real time feedback dengan monitoring. Okay, so this approach is help to, you know, for the overall quality dengan speed of software delivery lah. Okay, which actually align with the principle of the DevOps. So untuk planning, we have like tools. Okay, it's actually involved defining project goal dengan requirement and workflow. The tools that over here, like we have Trello pun ada kat sini. Okay, Trello, kita ada Google Docs, kita ada Microsoft Teams. Okay, some you have experience using it, and we have then build. Okay, we have coding and creating software builds like GitHub, apalagi GitLab, Visual Studio, team, foundation team, contohnya Docker, Kubernetes untuk bahagian build tadi. Okay, and we have continuous integration ni, kita ada Jenkins, kita ada apa lagi, Hotship ni, kalau pernah experience using it. So this continuous integration managing code lah, okay, and automate build and testing. And for deployment, another tool which is of course to deploy dalam AWS, Microsoft Azure, okay, Google Cloud Platform, okay, and few more clouds environment which you have brief before in our previous lecture. Then we have operate. We have operate, manage and maintain application in production environment. Kat sini ada Rex, not really familiar with this. Okay, the Slack. Okay, maybe you can test this out. Okay, dalam deploy dalam operate tadi, the Rackspace, ada Opsgenie, ada PagerDuty, okay, Splunk. So these are all the tools that's available, okay, for you to experience. Okay, apalagi then we have continuous feedback. Okay, you gather feedback from monitoring tools and ensure that the users and users to improve the application. We have the Zendesk, Salesforce, biasa, Intercom, okay, Browse Stack juga, and there's real-time communication. Okay. Microsoft Teams, Zoom, kita ada monitoring and security pun ada juga ni, okay, to monitor performance in terms of security, reliability, compliance, okay, like Sumo Logic, okay, Datadog and New Relic. Okay. So you can click on this link, okay, to learn more on these particular tools. Okay. And yep, DevOps practices. So we have like term infrastructure as a code ataupun IAC. Yeah, so it's actually uses a software development technique ataupun processes and tools to manage and deploy and configure the system ataupun application or the middleware. So it actually standardized standardized environment definition, okay, placing this software infra as code ni under a version control and automatically deploy and configures infrastructure and application from this code. This is actually part of IaaS yang cloud lah, part of cloud. The name it is IAC lah. So this approach actually ensure that consistency, it save time, reduce error, and enhance the auditability. Then we have DevOps practice on the CI kat sini lah yang tadi mention. Continuous integration involved in merging the developer's code with the shared mainline untuk produce a new build. Okay. So lagi, it's actually includes the automated integration juga ataupun unit test lah. Okay. And automated testing. Okay. It's such as call it load integration and unit test juga, which ultimately code check in through the other punya triggers. Okay, whenever it triggers on something, and it's actually help to enhance code quality lah. Okay. And identifying defects before the software reach to customer. Okay. And application APM provides visibility into key application metrics, alert and logging, okay, which actually a very timely reaction of changing conditions. A few more, we have like release management and configuration management. Like for release management, it automates deployment of a new application. Okay, it packaged into documented release. Okay, like pipeline, okay, allow for approval, traceability, rollback if needed, okay, and also this release management, okay, manage the role, responsibility and access punya level lah, okay, we call it release management. And configuration management, okay, as you heard this before, would ensure that product performance, functionality and physical attributes are consistent with its requirement, design and operational information throughout its life cycle. So we can click on this information on DevOps practices. Okay? And there's a few more on the market trends of DevOps, okay? Containerization, serverless computing, okay? Microservices architecture, okay? Development security operations, okay? So this is a newcomers lah, okay? A new improvement of DevOps, okay? With add-on with security, low-code application, Git operation, okay? Infrastructure as a code, and the automation, okay? And this is explanation of each. You can go through, okay? Dev security, low-code applications, okay? Git operation, okay? Most famous would be the Kubernetes lah, okay? Established by Google, okay? And infrastructure as a code, IAC, okay? Automations, okay? The term automation. And DevOps roles, responsibilities, and skills. Okay, so this DevOps engineer's work is a full-time job. So you even have a position, okay, looking for a company looking for DevOps, okay, developer. So DevOps engineers, a DevOps engineer, okay, should have problem-solving and quick learning soft skills. So they are responsible for production and maintenance of a software application platforms, okay, or even a cloud platform, okay, on-premises platform. Yeah, so these are the role, responsibility, and skill, able to perform system troubleshooting and problem solving across a platform and application. I would say full stack pun ada juga. Yeah, must good in configuring system, okay, networks as well, security even. So manage a project effectively through open and standard-based platform. Okay, increase project visibility through the traceability, improve quality, and reduce the development costs with collaborations, and analyze, design, and evaluate automation scripts, okay, ensuring critical resolution of system issues by using the best security solution. Yeah? So I guess it's complete software engineering in all ecosystem. Yeah, IST apa in term of analysis punya phase, okay, testing, analysis, designing, okay, in term of implementation, okay, and configuring, deploying, yeah, and even the security. So that's an example of solution, DevOps solution by Microsoft. Yeah. So there's a Cloud Azure, okay, product, the process, okay, and the people. So they uses the concept of DevOps, okay, in the ecosystem of Microsoft Azure, okay, with the hybrid Azure on premises, Microsoft product. Okay. They even have a certified DevOps engineer, okay, under the Azure, Microsoft Azure certification. So the journey, okay, where to start? Okay? So you require to gather information on the mean time to resolve, mean time to detect, as rates of deployment. Okay, you can test on the Microsoft DevOps self-assessment. Okay, you can test this out. Okay, and usually the DevOps like what your per batch. Yeah, there's a few of you have done their internship, okay, and they have experience practicing this DevOps, okay, especially in digital, Petronas Digital. They mentioned about using the tools, okay, the Petronas Digital, which compromises on concept of DevOps, okay. So, yep, okay, these are the things that require. Okay, get the information about MTTR, rates of deployment, challenge people, address people on collaboration between dev and ops, think out of the box instead of organizations structure and processes like the ITL, and determine your tools, choose the practices you need, define the tools that you are suited to your case class. So usually for this software startups or even giant companies who uses this mainly more to dashboard or softwares. Yeah, so these are some videos on what is DevOps. So enjoy watching. Mm. Okay. Next, we move to okay. As conclusions, can say that DevOps enhance collaboration by bridge the gap between development and the operation team and foster a culture of collaboration. And DevOps also improve the efficiency in automation of deployment, testing, and monitoring, which leads to a faster and more reliable software delivery. Okay? And it also increased the agility, okay, whereby it's when quick response to the market changes and the customer punya, feedback will ensure the continuous improvement term of software, higher quality, whereby continuous integration and continuous deployment practices, which improve the software quality and reduce the downtime. Okay, and customer satisfaction is really important for a better user experience through continuous feedback and proactive performance, and as well as the monitoring. And from here, we the topic on DevOps. Okay, so here are a few references that you can go through, and some journal papers, recent journal papers with deep in terms of future trends in DevOps, enhancing the evolutionalization of using AI as well. Yeah. Okay, thank you for your attention. And here are some homework that require you to do it on your own. Okay, there's no marks for this, but perhaps you're going to go through, find the answers. Okay, who knows, it's going to cover, be part of your final exam. So DevOps will be assessed in your quiz and as well as in your final exam. One questions in your final exam. So define DevOps, outline its core component and practices. How does DevOps improve software development and organizational performance? What are the current market trends in DevOps? How do they influence in the adoption and evolution of DevOps practices? Okay, give example of technologies and methodologies. Okay, what are the primary objective of implementing DevOps within an organization? Okay, and explain the role of automation in DevOps. Okay, what are the benefits of automating deployment, testing, and monitoring process? The key term or most concept term that we can pin, okay, for DevOps is mainly on testing, okay, deployment, as well as the monitoring. Yes, that's all from me. Okay, thank you.